Alright, greetings YouTube, what is up? This is gonna be a little brief video, but this is what I'm working on today, and this may look like an A10 Warthog, may smell like an A10 Warthog, but it's going to be a Cobra Rattler. And you can already tell, you know what, I'm looking at it here on camera, and I can already tell that I went too heavy right there. What am I gonna do? Oh, I'll probably just dry brush that again, take that down a little bit. But what I've done again is I am kind of still going through some of the weathering here. I'm getting ready to just call it a day on this because I think the more that I do on this thing, it's getting louder and louder in the wrong direction. But again, just a quick shot of what it is that I'm working on. I've added the weathering back over here. I don't know if that's too heavy or not. But I kind of like this and I don't. It's going to go back on the bench regardless anyway because I need to set up some decals for this guy. Without those, I guess it's just gonna sit here. But wow, you know what? That really looks horrible now. Oh well. Moving right along. That's essentially what I've been saying about this model all throughout the build. I airbrushed out some detail here that I thought was gonna look cooler than the way it did, but my airbrush decided to blitz out on me. So what I've gone ahead and started doing is feathering it out, adding some of this kind of mottled look to it so that it looks a little burned, looks a little hazy. It looks like it's been through some things, and eventually I'm going to go ahead and get... God, that is a terrible, terrible side now. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. That is now the beauty side. But, where was I? Anyway, that's pretty much going to be it, I guess, now for the weathering. I'm going to do a little bit more subtracting on some of the washes here on the bottom. I have already... Let me see if I can get a good shot of the Gatling gun. Come on, focus. Is it gonna focus? Is it not? Probably not. There it is. Okay, alright. So, there's a shot of the Gatling gun up front. See if I can get the bottom without knocking out the... I've got a little bit more dry brushing to get down on this to bring out some of the highlights here, to bring out some of the edging. I want to do a little bit more on the subtractive wash here, to bring out those vents down there. But that's where I'm at. I need to put the gear in, need to get the missiles loaded. These were permanently opened. I didn't know what to do with those, so I just painted those red. I'm not looking up any reference whatsoever on what a real... Well, that's a lie. I am looking up reference on what the Warthog is supposed to look like. And the colors, I guess, are similar to what the Desert Storm scheme they were using out there. So I've got just a little bit more airbrushing to do on this guy, but as far as the weathering goes, I'm going to stick to the washes and pigments and just kind of keep going from there. But the wings, I guess, are almost done with the tops of the wings. This, I'm taking it as far as it can go already, I can tell. So a little bit more on this guy later. But that is a Cobra Rattler. I've got to set up the decals for that. I'm going to set up the Cobra logo here, kind of a striking Cobra here that's going to indicate which squad it's supposed to be in. I'm going to look for some A10 markings just to kind of dress it up a little bit more so I have all the warnings where they should be. But I think as far as the base is going to go, I'm going to go with one of the round 2 stands that you can get over at any hobby store. that is worth their salt. But the canopy, I'll be peeling that soon. I'm not sure if I want to hit this with a coat of Future or not, or just lay the decals on there and then get them, well, just kind of just do a matte finish on it. I like the finish the way it is right now, but I can get rid of it. I can live with, you know, getting rid of it to bring in a new finish. But I'm rambling at this point, so more on this later. More on this guy over here. This is the Dagobah set. Ooh, I probably shouldn't do that. It's still tacky. But I have added some texture to the walls. I've added some texture to the domicile of Yoda. I'm gonna add. I think I need one more base coat on this. I've started drilling the holes back over here for these little tea lights, and if I have one loose, I've also extended the base here. That's gonna have a tea light, and that is essentially the effect that we're looking at. It's a nice little subtle flickering, but those will be in the fireplace and one up front just to kind of add some more ambiance lighting. The base is gonna get textured a little bit more. I think I'm gonna get rid of the vines here, and I'm gonna add a little bit more to this so that it doesn't look like it's just kind of a, well, I don't know, I may just go with that, but real foliage will be added to this as I move along with it. And I will be painting Luke Skywalker pretty soon, along with Yoda, who is floating around here somewhere. I don't know what I did with the Yoda. Oh yeah, speaking of the importance of keeping a tidy little work area. See, I've been floating around from the kitchen table to my office to this new living room table where Marcus has got everything blown up in here. I'm going to show you what it looks like. It's just like an explosion of toys everywhere, but as a result, I move my stuff around frequently, and I'm pretty sure Marcus kind of walked off with it, but I am now missing the saucer section of my 1/2500 scale Enterprise B. I had already gotten part of it painted up. I saw it on Monday morning. I had it on Monday morning. I know I had it on Monday morning, and Marcus woke up. I started moving my things, closing shop here in the living room, and now it's missing. So, lesson learned. I cannot trust my 22-month-old child, 21-month-old child to be among my models. I mean, he's already taken this one and flown around the room with it. He's also taken, he grabbed hold of my Enterprise A from, anyway. Point is, he's got some really touchy grabby little fingers. So more on these guys later on, fellas, but I was really tempted to go out and grab a 1/48 scale Hornet to join in with Chris over at Classic Plastic. He's got a small group build going on between he and a buddy of his, and you know, truth be known, the F-18 was one of my favorite fighters growing up. I got to watch a lot of, I got to see a lot of the development kind of through all these Air Force magazines that my dad used to bring home, but it is one of my favorite planes. It's still one of my favorite planes. I don't know, we'll see. I might go out and grab one later on today. We'll see if I can sneak it past my wife. So more on that later, guys, but more on this A10 as it goes into storage, and I may try to hide some of that rust, but later on, guys. Peace out.